All right, good morning. I've been getting some feedback that people don't know how to do their recovery on Edmodo. So I just want to show you how to utilize Edmodo to do this. Now, you will have to, I believe, do most of it on a computer or print out the pages and then try to do it on your phone. But either way, a computer will have to be used at some point. So the first thing you're going to do is obviously log on. So this is my student account. Obviously not my teacher account, so you can better see what to do. So when you log on, you're going to go to whatever class, which in this case would be advanced algebra. And then this is telling me what to do first. Okay, so make sure you read through all this. So first thing is first, you're going to want to look and figure out what units you want to take first. So that means you're going to have to go to the top of everything I sent out. The beginning of everything I sent out, you just got to keep going down. Okay. Until you reach recovery stuff, which I have. So, okay. So right here, not everyone can remediate, only you can remediate, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to click on this PDF file. When it opens, it's going to show me what recovery I should be doing. Okay, no reason to waste your time on recovery you don't need to do. So let's say I'm this person right here. It tells me that I must do 2 different units. 3 is my lowest unit. 2 is my second lowest unit. You may want to start in order. So like, even though 2 is my second lowest unit, because I plan to recover both of them, I'm going to start with 2 and then do 3, just so it goes in numerical order, because it builds on foundation. Now, see how there's some people only have 1 unit? Just do that 1 unit. You don't have to do both, and you don't get extra credit for doing both, because you basically, it means you've already successfully passed that unit. So only do both, only do 2 units if it's stated for you to do 2 units, and always go in numerical order just because it builds on foundation. So like I said, I'm going to pretend I'm this person, so that means I'm going to start with unit 2. And so I'm going to hit the back button to go back. And then once again, show all my posts for everything that has to do with remediation. And I posted everything yesterday. So anything with the date earlier than that has nothing to do with remediation. So see how this says yesterday? That means I'm going to look at everything that was posted yesterday. So first thing I'm going to do is find Unit 2 overview. See how this says Unit 1, Unit 2 lessons, Unit 2 lesson, Unit 3 lesson. Okay, so I believe the overview came after the quizzes. And keep in mind, I can always repost and put all this in one big thing at the top. So here's my Unit 2 overview. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to bring up another tab, as you can see. And then it's going to show me the Unit 2 overview. So do you see this? I need to read this before I do any work, before I do any quizzes, before I do any tests. So it tells me that I must go in this order. So I must take the Unit 2 pretest and then review the Lesson 1 thing. So let me go to Unit 2 pretest. So I saw that down here. So here's the Unit 2 pretest. So I'm going to go and click Take Quiz. Now when I click Take Quiz and start the quiz, what you will see is there's no questions. Okay? You guys see that? Now, unfortunately, in this one, notice my question 1 has not even a link. Go to question 2. Click on this link. It'll bring up another window off to the side. See that? And here I am. So here are all the questions. So I'm just going to keep referring to this one page every time. So see, question 1 says, which function is in standard form? I'm going to choose B. So I'm going to come back here, go to question 1, choose B. And you can always, if you want, print this information out while you're taking the quiz. But remember, once you hit submit, it will submit. Your best bet is to close it out so that it'll start itself over. But anyways, so I'm going to keep referring to this. So I'm going to say this one is B again. So I'm going to hit 2, go to B, 3, B. I'm just randomly, please don't think this is the key, because as you can see, I'm just hitting B all the way down. So I take this test, and it just basically tells me how bad or how good I already know the unit. If you pass the pre-test, that means you really could just take the final. If you pass the pre-test, you can go ahead and skip to the final. But now if you take the pre-test and you don't pass it, you might want to go through all the work to help you develop that information. Because whatever you get, that's what's going to stick. So now I'm done with my quiz, so I'm going to submit my quiz. Yes. And I completed 15 out of 15. It asked me what I think about the quiz. If I thought it was I needed more time, or I was bored with it, or I needed help, or not taught in class, I can pick whatever face, and that'll be sent to me so I can kind of better understand where you're coming from. And then it shows me I only got 4 out of 7 right, and then it tells me which ones were right. You see that? It gives me the correct answers. We got it? So you can go back and better understand what's going on. So now that I've taken the pre-test, I can go back to home. And now that I've taken the pre-test, it tells me after that, because I did so horrible, I got to go ahead and do lessons 1, graph and cubic functions. And you know what I'll do? I'll just repost the overview. I'll repost the overviews and the pre-tests to the top. Okay? And hopefully that'll kind of help you guys out with all that. I'm trying to see what else. So after overview, I'm going to start my lesson 2 stuff. So I'm going to go to unit 2, lesson 1 right here, unit 2, lesson 1. But I don't start with the quiz. I got to go down to where it has the lesson posted. But Edmodo makes it very hard to organize this stuff. Okay, so here's unit 2, lesson 1. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And once you've read through it to your satisfaction, keep in mind you can always print all this stuff out. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm going to go back to Edmodo and then hit turned it in on that lesson. So unit 2, lesson 1, unit 2, lesson 1. I'll try. So I'm going to hit turn it. Finished reading. Oh, and then selecting reaction. Don't forget that. And then it'll post me as finished. Okay? And that's pretty much it. You just go through, do all the stuff. Just find them on Edmodo and make sure it matches whatever you're supposed to be doing. Okay? Alrighty. So good luck. Remember, do whatever you're supposed to do. Don't do more, but also don't do less. Contact me on via Edmodo or email if you have any questions whatsoever, and I'll try to repost everything in more of an orderly fashion to kind of help you guys out. Unfortunately, Edmodo reposts everything by date and time, so I'll just try to post everything together in one big block. Okay, so I'll try redoing that. All right, guys, have a great break.